All right, hello and good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight we already have here watching us is the 48. How's everything going? The 48. So my name is Terry Thompson. I am a motivational speaker, published author, leadership expert, life coach, master resilience trainer. I mean, I could go on down the line with all the titles that I have and everything, but that would take up the entire stream. I don't have a lot of time tonight. I just wanted to jump on here real quick, offer a little bit of value, have a quick conversation, give people an opportunity to answer some questions or ask some questions should you have any questions. My niche, my area of expertise, once again, is in leadership, motivational speaking, public speaking, writing books, so on and so forth. So welcome, the 48. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I will have a look at your channel here real quick just to see if we are connected. I'm not quite sure if we are. If we are not connected, then I will go ahead and connect with you real quick. All right, so the 48 looks like we are not connected, so I have just now subscribed to your channel. I look forward to catching up with you at a later time, once I'm not going live here. But I'll have a look at your channel. Looks like you got some music on here. I definitely enjoy music. I like music, so I'm going to have a look at that at a later time. So the 48, thank you for joining me here tonight. And once again, if you do have any questions or anything like that, please let me know in the chat. If you have any questions, like I said, my area of expertise is within leadership, marketing, advertising, building websites. I mean, there's lots of different things that I have knowledge and experience in. And got a little bit of time here, so I'm here for you. All right, but while I'm waiting on some questions, here's what I would like to do. I'd like to go ahead and tell a little bit about myself. So once again, my name is Terry Thompson. I am a published author, motivational speaker. I have books out there, so if you look just underneath me here, you have my website there. terrythompson.me is my website. On my website, terrythompson.me, if you head over there whenever you get an opportunity to, you will see more content directly from me, to include the two books that you have here on the screen, How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019 and Leadership Solved. So those are my two freebies. I'm giving those books away absolutely for free, just for people who join me here on my live stream and take the opportunity to visit my website. Okay, all I ask for is a valid email address. I promise not to spam. That's not what I want to do. I'm not trying to sell anything. I just want to be able to give back, to build some trust, to give you a little bit of opportunity to see what it is that I'm about by giving you a couple of free books. So the book on the left, How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019, is an ebook. It has 10 action items in there that you can take. And yeah. So just to kind of take a pause here. So to answer your question, the 48, yeah, you can read the books online. Well, you can download them. I also have them available on Amazon and iBooks and iTunes and Audible and so on and so forth. So my books are pretty much everywhere out there on a lot of the major platforms. But once again, if you head over to the website, provide a valid email address, you'll get instant access to both the books. And when I reach back out to you to validate the email address and you respond back to me and let me know, hey, I watched you on YouTube, I'll send you another book absolutely for free. I've got 5 books that are out there that are published, and I want to give you 2 of them up front for free. You engage back with me, I'll give you a 3rd one absolutely for free. So Leadership Solved on the right-hand side there is an audio book. The audio book is only about 35 minutes long, but I believe in brevity. I believe in letting you know what the bottom line up front that you need to know, okay, and in the form of leadership, because I have over 25 years knowledge and experience of leading others to personal and professional success, and I have narrowed it down within those 35 minutes. I think the top things that you need to know as a leader. And within that audio book, the best thing that you're going to discover is what I like to call the 5 rights. Okay, which is right place, right time, right uniform, dress or attire, right information, and right attitude. All right, so when you listen to that book, the best part about that book is the adherence of the 5 rights. I'm telling you, you adhere to the 5 rights, you will never be wrong. Okay? All right, so a question here within the chat, AB's Kitchen. Thank you for joining me here tonight, AB's Kitchen. So AB's Kitchen recipes and vlogs. Your question is, do I have any knowledge about investing? I don't personally, but I have a good buddy of mine who lives in Nashville, Tennessee that is very solid in investing. He actually wrote a book about investing. And he used to run a website. He doesn't have it operational anymore, but he used to run a website called investprofits.com. And him and I have been friends for, gosh, about 15 years. So when it comes to investing, I talk to him a little bit more. I'm really not an expert on investing. I plan on investing. I do have an interest in investing. I am going to invest here within probably about the next year or so. Just right now, it's not a priority for me. Although I do have an interest in it. So to answer your question, I do not have any knowledge about investing. I do have an interest in it. However, I do have my personal investing expert that I am going to, when I'm ready to make that move, I do have somebody that's going to take care of that for me. Okay, so I'm definitely not looking for any help or any assistance within that matter because I do have a subject matter expert that's going to help me out here. All right, so AB's Kitchen Recipe and Vlogs, I am visiting your channel now. My goodness, man, you got a lot of stuff going on here. There is a lot of keywords here. That's a lot of channel tags. Wow. You got some great looking food, though, by the way. So I'm subscribed to your channel now. And you got 5,000 subscribers. That is awesome. You know, I just recently started focusing on my YouTube channel. I really focused more on my website, my Facebook page, and my Instagram page. So those are really the three biggest things that I really focused on. To a little bit of Twitter, but I don't really get out on Twitter too much. But I do have a Twitter page as well too. All those links are up at the top part of my YouTube page here if you are interested in that. If you head over to my website below, terrythompson.me, you will also see my social media as well too. All right, so we got a question here. What is the role of body language in leadership? I strongly believe that the role of body language in leadership, it really not just in leadership, but just in general, plays a huge role because body language gives away a lot of things, whether it's whether you have a very strong or erect body position or you have kind of a limp, relaxed body position, that really kind of says a lot. So let's say, for example, you're in a conversation with the leader. If you're standing up straight and you're having a great conversation, you're eye to eye, face to face, you're very attentive, your body language really says a whole lot right there because it says that, one, I'm paying attention, two, I respect you as a leader or as a person. Okay, but if you're in a conversation with a leader or even a subordinate or a junior leader or someone that works for you or an employee, body language, if you're down and you're just all hunched over, that's kind of a sign of like either weakness or a sign of submission. Or there could be a few other different things as well too, like you could be tired, you could be exhausted. There's a lot of different ways you can look at it in the form of body language, but body language is huge. You could literally send the wrong message to someone depending on the body language that you have. Okay, and the biggest form of body language that really gives it away are facial expressions. Facial expressions and how straight you stand up or how much you slouch, those are definitely the two biggest giveaways of body language that let you know, once again, how professional you are, whether you're listening, whether you're attentive, whether you're motivated or excited to do something. Because let me ask you a question. Have you ever been asked to do something that you didn't really want to do and your body language gave it away? Oh, man. And you did kind of that thing right there. You can really tell if somebody is interested in doing something. Now, look, I have over 25 years of knowledge and experience of leading others to personal and professional success. And during that time, I have definitely asked my employees to do things that I know that they really didn't want to do. But, and their body language gave it away. Their body language said it all. They put their head down, they slouched, they made their eyes squinted. They started licking their lips a lot. I mean, there's lots of different telltale signs that really kind of gives it away. So what is the role of body language in leadership? The role is that when you are a leader, okay, you basically need to be able to be, know, and do. In other words, you are the example. And if you're not setting the example by having a firm body language whenever you're talking to a group or an individual, you're really setting a very bad example. Because I guarantee you, if you slouch during a conversation, you put your hands in a pocket during a conversation, you lean on something during a conversation, that really says a lot about you as a person. Okay, and other people will have a tendency of not wanting to listen to you or follow you if you yourself have very bad body language. All right. So does that kind of answer your question? Once again, I mean, I could definitely go off into some other areas of body language, but I wanted to give you just a little taste of the importance of body language and how that can really kind of play a role within leadership. All right. Okay, so the 48 has a question. What was the most easiest or hardest obstacle that you accomplished while writing your books? All right, so for me, when writing my books, I would say the easiest part was writing them, getting the content down, getting my initial thoughts just down on a typewriter, and getting my thoughts down. The hardest part was editing. I tremendously just did not enjoy the editing process because when I was writing my books, I really wrote how I talk sometimes, okay? And that doesn't necessarily all the time make perfect sense. So I kind of had to go back in and reshape some of my conversations so that way it made better reading sense, because sometimes when you're talking, you talk one way. When you're writing, you write another way. Whether it's personal or professional writing, okay? And I've done that as well too. So the way that I talk sometimes is different. The way that I write sometimes is different. And depending on whether it's personal writing to friends or family or professional writing, whether it's counseling or performance reports or memorandums or something like that, it's different styles of writing. Okay, so for me, during the course of my career, I do have a lot of writing experience, both personally and professionally. Okay, so once again, the easiest part was just to get my thoughts out. The hardest part was editing. Just to give you an example, I had one book that I wrote. I think I wrote it in about 3 months, and it took me 6 months to edit the book. And that was just me meticulously going line by line and editing every single word. Okay, and to the English guru, yeah, there's probably some spelling mistakes or some, English grammar mistakes in there. But once again, I'm a writer, I'm an author, I'm not necessarily an English expert per se, and there's going to be people that'll bust my chops about that. But my purpose and my goal with writing the content was to motivate and inspire others, not necessarily be grammatically correct sometimes. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. All right, so AB's Kitchen Recipes and Vlogs, great. Thanks for answering the question. You're welcome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the opportunity to provide some feedback to you. All right, what is your take on website SEO? So AB's Kitchen Recipes and Vlogs says, what is your take on website SEO? And does it help in getting your website message to the world? Okay, in reference to website SEO, yes, I believe that there is a time and a place for it. Is it the end all and be all? Yeah, let me rephrase that. I think that SEO definitely serves a purpose because here's the thing. Google is a huge search engine. YouTube is basically a search engine. Well, and we all know that Google owns YouTube. So if you do have SEO written down in the proper way in the form of keywords, hashtags, channel tags in reference to YouTube here, I definitely believe a lot of that plays a role within it. And there's definitely some good tools that are out there in which you can kind of tweak and play around with keywords. In other words, SEO. The things that people are looking for, and that's basically what SEO is. SEO, search engine optimization, is basically you optimizing your page, your content, whatever label you want to put on it, so that it is searchable, so that whenever people are searching for those types of things, you can be found. So having lots of keywords, lots of tags, that's great. I also believe that there is a limit in which you can do certain things as well too. You definitely don't want to go overboard within keywords and hashtags and channel tags and web page tags and this, that, and the other, because I think that you can send kind of a confusing message. However, if you have a wide variety of messages, let's say for example you got a variety website, well, a lot of those keywords and hashtags and so forth may be relevant. However, if you have, once again, like I said, if you have a variety, and I do have a couple of variety websites in which my keywords are relevant because there's a lot of them and I try to use a lot of them to gain visibility. So I strongly believe, yes, there is a huge need for SEO, and not everybody is experts at writing SEO. Okay, it really takes practice to get really good at SEO and doing SEO keyword search and this, that, and the other. So when I do my keyword search, there's a few different places that I look at for keyword search, and I would say trends.google is one of them. Okay, trends.google is one of them. So when I do a lot of keyword search, what I do is I bounce those ideas off of other very popular keywords to see if there is room for success within it. All right, so KNL Liddy, thank you for joining me here tonight. KNL Liddy is here in the chat. All right, so let me kind of catch up here. So AB's Kitchen Recipes and Vlogs, hopefully I answered your question with that. So I do think that, SEO is a definitive must on any website, video, and so forth, because it helps you to gain visibility. So you really got to get that one right. All right. All right. So Tal Rains, thank you for joining me here tonight. Joe been on the stream anytime. I'm not sure who Joe is. All right. But thank you for joining me here tonight. And KNL Liddy, I hope I'm saying that right. So your hair loss is getting out of control. You know what? My hair loss is getting out of control too. That's the reason why I've embraced it. So now I don't even worry about trying to shape my hair or anything like that. I actually just go out and just shave my head bald. So I go out and get a haircut every weekend, and and I just tell them to take it all off. I haven't found a good place to do the whole razor thing. I actually used to do that, where I used to take the razor and and do the whole razor thing. But yeah, I don't think I can be much help in the form of hair loss. I've been losing my hair for, about 15 years now. But shout out to you, KNL Liddy. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Shout out to you. And I am visiting your channel now just to kind of see what your channel is all about. And if we're not connected, we'll see here. All right, so KNL Liddy, 20 subscribers. All right, so you're just now getting started, huh? Well, it looks like you started a few months ago. Gaming channel. Yeah, I like watching gaming channels. I let my kids watch the gaming channels because I know my son, he plays the crap out of Fortnite. My daughter plays the mess out of Roblox. So I will definitely have a look at your stuff, or I'll let my kids take a look at it. So I just subscribed to your channel, KNL Liddy, new subscriber. Thank you for the opportunity to have a look at your channel. And Tal Reams, if you're still here, let me know in the chat. Looks like you also have not a gaming channel, but inspirational video, a new meme. Well, you got a couple of videos on here, 47 subscribers. All right, so make that 48 subscribers. I just subscribed to your channel, Tal Reams. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Any other questions? All right. So what I talked about earlier, I'll I was talking about my books there on the right. Once again, if you have a look at my website, you can get both of those books that you see to the right of me absolutely for free by signing up. All right, so here's what I want to do. What I want to do tonight is I want to read from some of my books. I got some quotes here because I like to read about quotes. And here's what I want to do for you tonight. I want to read a few of those quotes and just kind of further elaborate on some of those things. All right, so here's one right here. You might be familiar with this one. A dream will become a nightmare if you don't act on it, and it will haunt you forever. Okay, you know, what that boils down to is a lot of people have goals, they have dreams, they have wishes, they have things that they want to strive for and that they want to accomplish. And I know that you out there, I know that you want to accomplish some things as well too. But me, here's the thing for me. The thing is that, okay, yes, I do have a degree in which I believe in goals, things that you strive for. But here's the bigger thing. I really don't want goals. I don't really want to achieve goals because goals are things that have not happened yet. Excuse me. Things that have not happened yet. Okay? I want better habits. Okay? Because better habits have already been ingrained. Those habits are already a part of me. I don't have to strive for them. I've already accomplished them and I've implemented those within my daily life. So the thing is that if you don't take action on the things that you want to achieve within your life, you will never achieve them. That's called procrastination. So often people dream and they wish and they write things down. They say, oh, I want to do this, but they don't ever take action on those kind of things. The idea is great. If you have a dream, you have a goal, write it down and then take action on it. That's the most important step, is taking action. And most people don't take action on the things that they want to accomplish. All right, so I wish you all the best within whatever goals or whatever dreams or whatever habits that you're trying to establish, because I know that you will go out there and you will achieve them. But don't forget, a dream will become a nightmare if you don't act on it, and it will haunt you forever. You will literally be sitting there looking at yourself going, I shoulda, I coulda, and I woulda. And those are definitely things that you don't want to be telling yourself every single day. Which brings me to my next point, affirmations. I love affirmations. Every single day I get up and I have 3 things that I tell myself every single day. And those affirmations are I can, I will, and I must. When you tell yourself every single day that you can, you will create the mindset that you have what it takes to go out there and do it. Then you have to tell yourself that I will do it. All right. And once again, when you positively confirm that, reaffirm that, you will go out there and take action. And here's the most important part of those affirmations is I must. When you narrow it down to your must, you must do this. Okay. That's your why. Your reason for doing things is your why. And when you narrow it down to why you need to do things, why you must do things, it will make I can, I will, and I must so much easier. So you really need to narrow it down to why you want to do things. Why do you want to succeed? Why do you get up every day? Why do you do the things that you do? Okay? That is your must, your why. Okay? Now, every single day, people are out there and they got hopes, they got dreams, they got goals that they want to accomplish in this, that, and the other. However, most times it's the excuses that overwhelm the goals, the dreams, the hopes. Instead of trying to take action and accomplish those hopes, dreams, and goals, they make excuses. I hope that you're not one of those types of people that make excuses, because you know what? Excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. And I've been around some people that have a lot of excuses, and it sucks. The whole idea is that I got to reaffirm and reassure them that they can, they will, and they must. Okay? And then get to the bottom line up front of what it is that they want to accomplish. All right? And then motivate and inspire them to take appropriate action. Okay? So the thing that you need to keep in mind is that when you're trying to accomplish anything, you're trying to accomplish any goal, any hope, any dream, is that consistency is the key. But if you're consistently messing up, you might want to change things up. Okay, that's kind of like the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing continuously, hoping for a different result or a different outcome. All right, look, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Move on to something else. Or take a step back, realize what it is that you were doing wrong, take ownership in what it is that you were doing, okay? And then assess the situation. Now, how do you do that? Here's how you do that. You do that by asking yourself a key set of questions. Whenever something does go wrong, you have to ask yourself, what was supposed to happen? What did happen? Okay? What went right? What went wrong? What needs improvement? All right? And then what appropriate action do I need to take so that it doesn't happen again? Once you narrow it down to those key questions right there, you will have the necessary tools to take appropriate action whenever anything happens again. Okay? And believe me, those things are 9 times out of 10 right around the corner. Those things are usually waiting on you to make a mistake or to slip, and then they will creep up on you. Okay? I guarantee you that they will. All right, so once again, if you're in the chat and you're joining me here, please leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. Let me know that you're here. And that way, if you do have any questions, you have anything in reference to leadership, motivation, public speaking, anything like that, books, writing books, please, I'm here for you. I want to answer your question because I don't have much time here tonight, but I want to make sure that I do give back. So I've been on for about 31 minutes so far, and I've probably only got about maybe 10 or 15 more minutes before I have to go here. So it is kind of late tonight. I do get up really early in the morning. My day starts at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I do need to go and get some sleep. But I want to thank you for joining me here tonight. All right, but all right, so moving right along here. Unfortunately, I've been engaging with some people here lately, and there's been a lot of negative talk that's going on. Okay, there's a lot of negative crosstalk and communication happening out there within a lot of channels, within this, within that, whatever the case may be. So here's the thing. You know, people are going to talk, and you need to keep this in mind. People may talk about you, but they can't talk without you. All right, I'm going to say that again. People may talk about you, but they can't talk without you. Be mindful of that. There are some people that need you for their energy, for their life. You give them that. Now, the thing is that no matter what you are doing, no matter what you are saying, there's going to be people that are out there that will take that and twist it into whatever benefits them. Okay, have you ever experienced that with anybody where you know you're busting your tail? You're doing the right thing every day, you're saying the right thing, and somebody's taking that and they're twisting it into something completely different. It's unfortunate, but keep in mind, people may talk about you, but they can't talk without you. Those types of people need you in their life in order to make them supposedly look good, but it really makes them look really dumb. It really does. All right, so enough of that because I don't want this to be a negative conversation here. All right. Oh, here's a good one right here. So you can believe in yourself all that you want. Unless you take appropriate action, a belief is only a thought waiting to happen. Okay? I'm going to say that again. You can believe in yourself all you want. Unless you take appropriate action, a belief is only a thought waiting to happen. Okay? There's lots of things that I believe in, but the most important thing that I believe in is myself. I believe in my ability, I believe in my knowledge, I believe in my experience, and I trust that on most occasions, especially when I find myself in situations that I might not necessarily be so good at. I trust the process. I trust myself first. I trust the process. I take appropriate action, and guess what? If it doesn't work, great. I go back to what it was that I talked about a minute ago, where I do an after-action review, figure out what went right, what went wrong, what was supposed to happen, and then I adjust from there. Okay? So remember, Always remember that you don't have to prove anything to anyone. If anybody needs any social proof, just tell them to keep watching. Eventually they're going to learn. All right? And what that comes down to is that you are always on display. You are always on display. Everybody is watching. Everybody watching you. Everybody is always listening to you. You are always on display. I hope that you are displaying the right person or the right example everywhere that you go, because everybody is watching. You are always on display. From the things that you do to the things that you say, somebody's watching and somebody is learning. Okay? Especially little kids. I really have to pay attention to what it is that I say and I do, because I got 2 little kids. And, I want to make sure that they see the right thing. All right. Moving right along. Don't let a setback determine your future. Figure out what went wrong, fix it, continue taking appropriate action, but don't ever quit. That goes hand in hand with what it is that I've been talking about here. All right, so AB's Kitchen has a question. What is the most important factor to take into account while speaking publicly? All right, the most important factor to take into account when speaking publicly is to remember that it's not for you, it's for them. Okay, so often people when they get in front of a crowd, they either buckle up under the pressure because they're not necessarily knowledgeable or experienced enough, or whenever they do have certain agendas, they're trying to push that. Remember, when you're speaking publicly, it's not for you, it's for them. So the idea is that you want to make sure that you are providing purpose, motivation, direction, value, okay, and that you're covering the areas that people want to discover from you. Okay, so I've talked in front of thousands of people. I've been on stages. I've been a guest speaker at some events, and every time I always get asked something different every single time. It's like, hey, here's an event for this. We want you to talk about that. And the thing is that I always end up molding or shaping my conversation. I always go there with something that I want to talk about, and then I always figure out, okay, well, what is the purpose of this particular event, and then I shape my conversation to that. Once again, further proving the point that it's not about you, it's about them. So the thing is that in reference to public speaking, whether you're right or whether you're wrong, you're right. Okay? And you want to make sure that if you do ever find out that you're wrong, okay, and I've been wrong on numerous occasions, it can be embarrassing if somebody points it out. Yes, it can be embarrassing, and I have stumbled before, but that's all a part of the learning process. Okay, building that confidence, building that competence, okay, to be able to stand in front of people and talk. And I think it really comes down to those 2 things as well too. Competence, which leads to confidence, okay? But if you ask me what the 2 most important aspects of leadership is, that's influence and impact. And whenever you are speaking publicly, it's the same thing that applies. You are a person of influence, providing purpose, motivation, direction, feedback, content, whatever label you want to put on it, that has an impact on people's lives. So the most important factor to take into account, remember, it's not about you, it's about them. You want to provide something that is going to have an impact on their life. Okay? Although they're there to show their support towards you because of the things that you may have to say, you're really there for them. Okay, so does that kind of answer your question? Influence and impact. That's what it really comes down to. Influence and impact. And it's not about you, it's about them. So that's just a couple of things. I mean, there's a few other things that I could go into detail with that. But to me, those are the most important things. All right, moving right along here. Couple more quotes, and I do have to get out here for tonight because I do got to go to bed here in less than 10 minutes. The thing you need to keep in mind is that what was once impossible is now the standard. Okay? What was once impossible is now the standard. Can you imagine a time back, when we didn't have the things that we have nowadays? Okay? A lot of people challenge that. They said, oh, that's never going to happen. That's never going to work. That's impossible. You can't do that. And now a lot of those same things are the standard. And now we're trying to figure out how we can take that standard and progress beyond what we currently have. Okay? So remember, what was once impossible is now the standard. There are dreamers out there. There are shakers out there. There are movers that are out there making things happen every single day. My question to you is are you one of those people? Are you going to be one of those people? Are you one of those people that has a message, that has a voice, that has something that you want to spread to the world? And I believe that each and every one of you that are listening to me tonight has that. You have that power. You have that opportunity to be of influence and impact on other people's lives. Okay? So many times people, they squander those opportunities away. But I have without a shadow of a doubt that each and every one of you that are watching me here tonight are not like that. You take advantage of your opportunities and you are out there motivating, you're inspiring, you're providing purpose, motivation, and direction, influence, and impact, and making people want to be a part of your world. And that's the whole thing about leadership right there. It's not a matter of a position or a title, and I've had several of those during the course of my 25 years as a leader. Okay? I've had several of those, but that's not what made people follow me. I've been in senior leadership positions and had my doggone face down in the dirt with people that I've led just to prove to them that I'm no better than them. I've led people throughout my career in which I have asked them for advice because I trusted them. I believed in them. And it made them want to be a part of the team just as much as I wanted to be a part of the team. Okay? Although I don't have nothing to prove to anybody, I wanted to show them that I wasn't just an armchair leader. And there's lots of those in this world, armchair leaders, people that sit in a chair and they lead from a chair. You can't lead from a chair. You want to be a leader, you have to get out with your people. You have to know your people. You have to know what they experience, know what they struggle with, know what they're good at, and know what they need help with. All right? All right, so anyway, to get back your composure after someone proves you wrong. That's a good one right there. I've been proven wrong many times. Okay, I've put my foot in my mouth several times. And the whole idea is not the fact that someone proved you wrong, but thanking them for providing solid advice and making a correction. Okay, because I've seen leaders that are out there that will just chew somebody up and down. How dare you say that back to me? I'm right, you're wrong. And then they get into a pissing contest over who's right and who's wrong. However, if someone does prove you wrong or prove you differently or give a different perspective or a point of view, that's great. The idea is to point that out. Well, thank you. I appreciate your feedback and I appreciate your your courage and your candor to let me know a different way of looking at things. Okay, because here's the thing. Depending on the perspective and how you look at things, things could be right, things could be wrong. It's a matter of how you look at it. Okay, but so many people get bent out of the shape over their perspective. I'm right, you're wrong. Okay, so the idea is to have that conversation. And if it needs to go behind closed doors, then you do that. Well, in reference to speaking to a hostile crowd, the thing is that you're not going to be able to please everybody. And if you can't please those people that you just can't please, well, they're just not for you and you're not for them. That's what it comes down to. I don't make everybody happy. And those people that I don't, well, they're not for me. All right, well, I need to get ready to go because it is almost my bedtime here. So I enjoyed talking with you guys here tonight. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to ask me some questions. If you haven't done so, please visit my website down there below, terrythompson.me. Head on over, sign up, get those 2 books you see on the screen there absolutely for free. And once you do, I will send out an email back out to you, thanking you, and sending you a 3rd book absolutely for free as well too. All right, so thank you. You guys have a good night, and I will talk to you later.